Masks come in many different forms. Australian Aboriginals have totem masks covering their whole body, while Inuit women have finger masks for performances. When most people think of masks, they think of these ancient, cultural masks. And it's true. Masks have been used since the beginning of time, in rituals, performances, and wars. They were used for a variety of reasons: to communicate with spirits, represent others, and protect the human face. Today, while human use of the mask still remains for many of these reasons, the mask has more importantly evolved into something more substantial, and also more difficult to understand. This is Adam Wheeler. He faked his way into Harvard through false SAT scores, fabricated transcripts, and plagiarized essays. To Harvard, he was the perfect student. But after he got in without getting caught, he was hooked. By fabricating more transcripts and plagiarizing more essays, Adam Wheeler amassed over $45,000 in scholarships. He was home free. But unfortunately, he went one scholarship too far. One scholarship organization dug deeper into his history. They found out that he was not the person anyone thought he was. As a result, he was put in jail, and he stayed there for over a year. Adam Wheeler is a prime example of this growing addiction to masks. He loved fooling people with a different identity, and, in a sense, we all share this lust for doing the wrong thing and getting away with it. We all seem to like trying out different identities that give us a benefit. But masks are not only worn by individuals, can't forget. They're also worn by groups, organizations, and ideologies. Claremont McKenna College was caught in 2012 for inflating their students' SAT scores by about 10 to 20 points per section. The question begs, why did former Dean of Admissions, Richard Voss, who by the way I couldn't find a picture for, but that's interesting, and the whole administration team in on it, feel the need to inflate by so few scores? They definitely assumed that a small increase would go unnoticed, but they were obviously wrong. So why do it? Why take that risk? More finances seemed to be the reason at first, but in the end, a collective thirst for trouble caused them to believe that they wouldn't get caught. Because hiding behind a mask is easier when you increase the scope of that mask. There are other people there to join you, so you can constantly reassure each other that everything will be okay. But, as is the case with Adam Wheeler, masks always seem to be uncovered. We now live in an era of mass communication, and yet one of the most crucial things of social interactions is the mask of our profile picture. Whether it be on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, our profile picture is the first thing anyone sees or cares about when looking at a profile. Because, if you're like me, you sometimes stalk other profiles, and you know that the profile picture shows initially who a person is in real life, and whether it interests you to dig deeper. We also know that most of the time, the profile picture doesn't represent who people are in real life. Sometimes it's pleasantly surprising, while the rest of the time it's a little underwhelming to say the least. The mask has been very important to us as humans, dating back to when it saved our faces from swords and arrows. Today the world is still dangerous, but in newer ways, and so wearing masks to protect ourselves is inevitable. Some people even wear masks under masks. Layers of masks. But when you go home at night, and brush your teeth, change, and tuck yourself in bed, you're safe in the security of your own home. You're away from the troubles of the outside world. But why is it only then do we take off our masks? why not just take your masks off more often? People in romantic relationships soon realize after the first month that the other person will find out all their different strengths and flaws. And true love comes out of acknowledging and understanding those strengths and flaws. And so, the more we put ourselves out there, the more we share who we truly are with people, the more vulnerability we show. It'll eventually lead to powerful and meaningful relationships and friendships with the people who truly matter in our lives. Thanks.